Hello, I'm Deborah Artman, the librettist for Lost Objects, and I was so excited when I learned that Bella Voce was performing this piece and people were going to have the opportunity to hear it again and feel it and experience it. I remember the very first time I heard it in its entirety and how overwhelming it was. I think I may have cried. This was an interesting project for me because it was the first time I worked with all three composers at once. Michael Gordon, David Lang, and Julia Wolf. Each of them had a very different way of working with language and setting words to music, so I had to adapt to each of their styles. I remember after our very first meeting about this project, I went home and in a kind of fever dream wrote what became the first movement of Lost Objects. My dad had recently died and this was what came pouring out of me. Otherwise, the rest of the libretto is the result of a huge amount of research that I did. The composers joke that I gave them the equivalent of a telephone book, an old chunky big city telephone book of text for them to look at, to consider for the libretto. And had they set all of that to music, that would be a week-long experience at the very least. But so what they did was choose what spoke to them from the options that I gave them. And so this is the result. And I really hope that you are, that you enjoy the experience of hearing it and are moved by it as well. Thanks so much.